Okay, thought we might have a little bit of fun with something different today. Um, so I stumbled across a channel, really it's a pair of channels that are linked that the main one has some nice SovCit video on it, like them in court, just the good stuff. And I've been quite appreciating that recently. And it's a direction I have wanted to pivot into, and it is one that's relevant given, excuse me, our following of Kent Hovind, because of course, as is well known, he is a sovereign citizen. He uses all the arguments, always files court stuff pro se, did the tax evasion thing for SovCit reasons, goes right from the playbook 100%. And even though, of course, like all SovCits, he says he's not a sovereign citizen, every single thing that he previously did videos on was sovereign citizen talking points, especially when it comes to the taxes. So there's, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck. It's a duck kind of thing, right? But SovCits on a whole are a really fun group to watch. If you never have, wow. And I've seen some incredible stuff just listening to, let's say, seen. I've heard some incredible stuff just listening to this channel. Um, I left a comment earlier on one of them that was, wow, SovCits are writing their own fan fiction now because the person went so deep into just craziness. It's like multiple layers of the SovCit thing. And, I've been wanting to do this for a while as well, probably for as long as I've wanted to cover Hovind, but I really am not the most averse into exactly why each one of their talking points is a complete load. Like nuances like fiat currency and what legal tender means and stuff, the exact details to be able to contradict it um, from the most assertive standpoint is beyond me right now. I'm going to look into that and try to formulate a standard response, much like I have my standard response set for Hovind. But gotta branch things out. We can't watch 0645 2017 all the time, and he hasn't put out anything of interest to watch. He's literally just going through old videos, redoing them. So why not hit up the SovCits? In this case, we're going to hit a video titled "Sovereign Citizen Challenges Court's Authority. Judge Isn't Playing Games." You gotta have the classic clickbait titles. And for the sake of clarity, there we go. Let me show the channel. It's called Judge Reacts. A oh god, I'm so blind and I got the monitor. It's on the far monitor, like 9.69. Nice. K subscribers. They're almost at 10K subscribers. That's pretty cool. Um, oh god, this was posted all of 10 hours ago. My god, I was at when this was posted. So this is hot off the internet presses, people. And it's only 12 minutes and some change, but we'll probably have a lot of laughs going on. We can relax here. These can be fun. We can point and laugh. We can discuss. We can really just enjoy ourselves. And of course, as you know, if you like what I do here, something's wrong with you. No. You can always support by liking, sharing. Super chats are available. Don't feel obligated. We got channel memberships. I'm going to make new channel member emojis of the cats. I'm going to try to get pictures of all four of the little bastards for everyone to be able to. So you can post a Cormier, you can post an Alucard, you can post a Mimi or a Kiki if you want. And don't forget up there in the corner where, my mouse cursor is going, woo, and then it's hidden by it. You can buy me a coffee. That money goes straight to PayPal and helps me out. All right, enough of the edging. Let's get to the SovCit bullshit.
And Your Honor, how can this be a court of record, a criminal case, if there is no verified complaint by a living injured party?
Yes. We open with the clip, the preamble clip being the classic, gotta have an injured party, the corpus delicti. If you don't know about sovereign citizens, a very quick summary is that they believe that the entire legal system is actually a total farce, that the US government and everything that exists as we think of it as the country and as the various municipalities that exist are all corporations. Your name in all caps is a corporate straw man made of you that is legally you but not you. And if you assert your rights with the right magic words, you can get away with every single thing possible, which includes not having car insurance, not having a driver's license, not being a decent human being, apparently, and of course, not paying taxes. Let us never forget the finger thing means the taxes, right? Wow, I'm listening to myself talk, and now I know why you people watch me. I'm dynamic as hell on the mic, ain't I? Sorry, I got a bit of an ego moment here. Let me have my fun. Today sucked, so this is the highlight of my day, hanging out with you lovely people. Um, but sovereign citizens will use that kind of logic, and they use weird interpretations of old ancient common law and stuff. So they'll be like, "Where's the injured party? I don't see an injured party because a crime against the state, against the people, against the nature of the government." Which this helps cement a socialist principle that I have, that the people are the state. The injured party is civility, is us. Someone is speeding in a jurisdiction that I'm a citizen of. They are taking risks in areas that I inhabit. That I am one of the injured parties. Even if there was no actual accident, risk was created unduly. Simple logic like that they do not want to acknowledge. And I'm not super versed again on all the details of SovCits, but when it comes to a lot of just their basic courtroom arguments, I have picked up enough of that to be able to rip into it. So thanks for allowing me this little chance to have a monologue. Let's keep going.
Be released back in the community because they honestly, I'm immune. I'm sovereign. I'm a sovereign citizen.
I got you.
I'm sorry.
Well, that guy actually acknowledged he's a SovCit. Normally they say I'm not a sovereign citizen.
Sir, who are you?
My name is Justin Anthony of the House of Kaminsky.
I see.
Oh, and there's a thing they do a lot. Instead of saying their name, they'll say, "I am such and such of the family, da-da-da," or of the house of da-da-da. Because they're doing the whole common law thing, so a lot of the shit they say is from fucking, like, 1500s. I mean, they go hand in hand with King James Bible linguistics, honestly. Just a shade better than that.
Thank you, Mr. Kaminsky.
I apologize. My clippers died halfway through a haircut. I could put my hat on if it pleases the court.
It's okay. Thank you. I'm just happy that you appeared.
Corpus delicti does not mean human body. It refers to the body of the case against a person. So they can't even get that right.
Will recall 26 CR6. People v. Dustin Kaminsky. He was on a PR bond and appears.
Yep, they use Black's Law Dictionary from the 1930s, which is extremely weird because they treat it as if it's an actual law book when it's like it's a dictionary from a century ago. It's not how that works.
This case will be set for filing of charges. Were charges filed? Thank you. Did you have you received the charges? Nope. Okay, give us just.
I don't think charges were filed on this one.
Sorry, I wanted to make sure we were at full 1080 for this.
Okay.
Whoever made the case didn't hide them, so they looked filed online.
Oh, okay. So there will be some filing of charges. That will be next Tuesday, March 24th. So you'll have to come back here March 24th at 1.
Like that one guy with the huge hat and acts like he's from the Old West. Yeah, I am the living man. I forget his name. Also, I just want to go on record, if it pleases the court, by saying she is extremely pretty. Very cute.
30 here at the jail, okay?
Okay.
And then the district attorney's office will, because at this point you are accused of a crime, you were arrested, but then the district attorney's office has to file the official charges against you.
Okay.
And so you'll need to return back here March 24th at 1:30, and you'll remain on bond, and unless you fail to appear, then that bond could be revoked. So that's the paperwork, and you'll need to come back for the filing of charges. And then if you are looking to have the public defender's office represent you, you'll have to apply for their services, okay?
Okay.
Now, what context can we glean from that? That this is effectively preliminary 2 preliminary processes. This is just getting the legal ball rolling. Normally, a lot of these that I've been watching are usually the initial phases where determining. I'm no legal expert, so I don't want to use the incorrect terms. I don't want to say necessarily arraignment, but it's in that kind of level where it's like, okay, we're at the beginning of things. Like, do we want to go to trial? Do we want to discuss, a possible plea deal? Do you want to plead guilty, not guilty? Want to set stuff up? How do we want to go about this? Pre-trial phases. This is pre-trial. This is like fresh out the gate.
And so since charges haven't been filed yet, I can't inquire against what the nature and cause of the case against me is?
Well,
Oh yes, the Moorish SovCits. We will get to them. If you ever hear someone, and forgive me for how this will sound, but it is point blank. Point blank is a racially motivated concept. They will always be a black individual, African American citizen, under any other parlance, who will have the last name Bay or something similar, possibly wearing a little fez the entire time. Those are the Moorish SovCits. And a fringe group that is I don't want to call it a black supremacist group by any means, but they do believe that some weird treaty with Morocco means that America, the United States, is actually part of Morocco and that they're Moroccan and that they have control over the United States and are immune from state laws and national laws. In some weird way. They're also very fond of squatting in houses. That's another thing. Yeah, and again, there's a heavy racial undertones pinned into that. So take it for what it is. Call a spade a spade. Fucking white supremacists doing stupid shit too. They're called Republicans and the KKK. Am I right? But all right, let's continue with what Clown has to say.
you were arrested on January 2nd, 2026, and so that's what the charges.
Ken has made a couple of videos on the tax stuff. I think I've covered one of them, but I couldn't find it in my archive. I've lost track of my own goddamn videos. Some I remember doing, and some I'm like, did I do that? And I was considering doing one of his the other day and never did the other tax one, but I think I'm going to make those into production videos as I finally get back into that the role of doing pre-recorded content as opposed to live.
Arose out of.
Okay, is this a criminal court or is this a civil matter?
This is a criminal matter.
Okay, I'm here by special appearance. I'd like to challenge, subject matter jurisdiction and personal jurisdiction.
Yeah, this isn't the time to do that.
Okay,
but
that's why I asked about, this filing.
Ooh, Laura, did it have a red thumbprint on it? Because that's the real way you sign documents. It's got to be a red thumbprint. It can't be, any kind of actual signature.
The charges.
Yes, and so we will address that, but not at this time.
Okay, and that was the 26th at what time?
No.
You've seen a white Moorish SovCit before? I knew they existed. I just haven't seen them yet. Or no, you know what? I think I might have once now that I think about it. I don't know. But the Moors are, definitely a predominantly black group. It's one of those kinds of ethnocentric movements.
Nope, it's the 24th, March 24th at 1:30.
Okay.
Yep.
Sure, your time, thank you.
And the piece.
Yeah, may it please the court, judge is a certified baddie. What can I say? She's cute.
The piece of paper that you have has that date on it. Do you see it?
Why
don't you? Help. Yeah, go ahead. Why don't you put your glasses on and why don't you repeat that date to me?
Yes, March 24th at 1:30 p.m.
Yes, Nimrod, it was a friendship treaty between the United States and Morocco. And really, it was more of just a proclamation, more so than any kind of legal document that, just has a bit of cultural significance of like, hey, we were an upstart nation and Morocco back in 1800 was like, yeah, this United States, they all right. I hang out with the U.S. and they hang out with us. Oh, God, we got an oil invasion. I don't know.
Okay, thank you. We'll see you back here at that date and time.
Have a good afternoon.
Thank you. You too.
That's
Oh yeah, it's gonna get notarized. Doesn't mean the notary's anyone sane, but I mean, you can get anything notarized. You can file anything with the courts. You can file any patent you want. You can file for any trademark you want. It doesn't mean it's gonna get granted. That doesn't mean it has any bearing. You know, it's like anything you make has copyright to it. I am creating copyrighted content as we speak. But what value does that really have? It's not going to stop somebody from reaction to my reaction, right?
23 CR 5243, People versus
And yeah, her voice is cute as well.
Dustin Kaminsky.
And now we got Judge Langer here, who looks like he is not going to put up with anyone's bullshit. And yes, I have seen Judge Simpson on here and a few other awesome ones that are somewhat regulars if you end up hitting the court cam scene. Oh man, I'm gonna have to come up with an entire subset of production series on RBMK TV for us to cover these things with, because there's so much we can do.
Can you hear me, Mr. Kaminsky?
I'm also hard of hearing, but I can hear you, sir.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I'm like half deaf in my left ear, so I feel that, bro.
Can I have entries?
I'm Dustin Anthony of the House of Kaminsky. I'm here by special appearance to challenge both personal and subject matter jurisdiction.
Yes, they always say they're here on special appearance, and their immediate defense is to challenge jurisdiction. That's all they fucking have. Don't know what the hell special appearance is supposed to be. It's like, nah, dude, it looks like you got arrested and you've been hanging in jail for at least a few days. All right, enough to learn not to drop the soap, right? But it's always a special appearance. Yeah, the special appearance is your ass is in jail. You're in court, motherfucker. And then it's always they want to challenge jurisdiction because of some interpretation that they didn't swear an oath to the Constitution, that if they did swear the oath to the Constitution, then the laws that the SovCit wants them to follow are the only ones that are valid and not the actual court procedures. They'll ask the very judge to dismiss the case or to judge that they don't have jurisdiction, which makes no sense. What do you mean I don't have jurisdiction? You want me to declare I don't have jurisdiction, which means I do have jurisdiction to declare that I don't have jurisdiction. What the actual fuck? Right? And it just, oh man, I should shut up and just let it play. Just let this go and let you watch the madness. By the way, I have a SovCits story from my old workplace. So if you would like to hear that, remind me in the chat a little bit later and I will tell you. It's nothing super special, but I was the only person who was prepared for the exact nature of the SovCit bullshit.
It looks like you're represented by the public defender. Is that right?
He was at one time, Your Honor. If he wants counsel to be appointed, we can enter today. This would be my first time actually appearing with him if he wants a public defender.
So, Mr. Commissioner.
Oh, yeah, and they never want public defenders. They'll have them, they will argue with them to the nth, because obviously the actual public defender, the bar certified lawyer is not going to play their SovCit games. Not just because it's absolutely idiotic, but because their actual ability to do their job is on the line because they would not be practicing law correctly. They're not going to do that. Like a lawyer will do anything within law to try to, help their client. That's their job. They may not even want to. Person may be a complete scumbag, but it's their duty to do the best they can to represent the person they're representing. But with SovCits, they're right the fuck out. I've heard several of them as I listened through the past few days where they're like, nope, the person's like, I want to recuse myself from this. I can't work with them. Communication is broken down completely. And it's like, God damn. How crazy do you have to be for communication with your lawyer who's trying to defend your ass to go south faster than North Korean South Korean relations in 1950,
Because you're in custody, you have a right to a public defender if you want one. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
I can speak for myself, Your Honor, but any help would would be also acceptable.
And they can never just answer a straight question either.
Okay,
I guess then that sounds like a yes, so I will go ahead. And are you, Ms. Barton?
I'm Camille Taylor,
Oh, okay.
bar number 48054.
Okay, thank you. And for the people?
Lindsay Maas for the people, Your Honor, attorney registration number 49996.
Okay. And would then this be your case, Ms. Taylor?
It would be, Your Honor.
Yo, there was a SovCit in one of the videos I was watching who was quoting the Magna Carta. So he came damn close. I would say he may have had a copy on him if it wasn't for the fact that it probably got put, or it would have gotten, if he had it, locked away in the possessions because he was wearing an orange jumpsuit as well.
All right, I will appoint Ms. Taylor on this case. Looks like, is this a first appearance on an arrest warrant?
This is a revocation of probation matter. It looks like we need to set bond. It was previously set at $450 cash back in 2024. So, but since he's been arrested this time, we don't have a bond set.
Okay, would you like to be heard on bond?
God, it's always funny hearing what they're actually in this stuff for. It'll be like, yeah, they were on probation, they had their bond, they had bailed out, and then they fucked up again. And it's like, what the hell, dude? And then you're gonna come do this SovCit rhetoric like it's gonna help. One of them, I watched a dude talk himself into a year and some change of time for contempt. They renegotiated that, but it was the principle the judge wasn't fucking around.
Yes, please. Given that the prior bond was a cash bond in the amount of $450, I would ask for a slight increase to $475 cash.
Okay.
I would
Anything
ask for a PR bond, Your Honor. I don't have any cash on me.
Okay, well,
Alternatively,
Yeah, they're gonna let him out on a public recognizance bond. Hell no. You can't stay out of trouble when you're already in trouble, fuckface.
a PR.
so Mr. Kaminsky, here's the thing. If you have the public defender representing you, they speak for you. Okay?
Well, then I can speak for myself, Your Honor.
Okay, well, let's hear from the people.
Thank you, Your Honor. The people are recommending a $600 cash-only bond. We'd note for the court that Mr. Kaminsky was initially on a probation revocation summons. He showed up for his first court date several hours late, avoiding a warrant at that point. He failed to appear at his next appearance, and it would seem that while on failure to appear status, Mr. Kaminsky has picked up an additional felony case in Boulder County. We do believe that the increased cash bond value is appropriate based on the failure to appear as well as the other records made by the people. Thank you, Your Honor.
Man, failure to appear. Gah! You don't want one of those. It just makes you look like a real disrespect of shit. Like, I'm not gonna show up for court. You gotta come find me.
Your Honor, that felony case out of Boulder County was dismissed, and they also
They always say they're dismissed. They're never dismissed. Every SovCit also is like, oh, I've done a dozen cases and I've won them all. And it's like, come on. It's like Hovind pro se suing people like he is now. Or how he'll use the legal arguments inside of like debates. And I forget who it was. Was it Aaron who said, oh, Kent, you've lost every single court case you've been in?
they also entered a motion to quash the record, the arrest record, and it was signed by the judge in Boulder County.
Okay, well,
So there,
if
there- There's
I'll
no,
take things that never happened. Who are you gonna trust? The legal system, as visualized by Judge Langer here, or a dude who looks like Cyrax's dad, who's clearly wearing them "I miss my freedom" orange, orangey, orange something that's orange. The jumpsuit. I don't know. I had words and I lost them in my laughter.
felony case out of Boulder County at this time, sir.
all right, even assuming that that is true, I'm going to find based on the failures to appear in the history of this case that a cash bond is appropriate. I'm going to set bond at $500 cash only with all original terms.
You let me out of my own recognizance. It's good. Nah, you failed to appear, motherfucker. We want $500 cash now. Maybe that'll be enough to keep your ass actually showing up.
Conditions. Okay, there's been a complaint filed by the probation department. I find that that's appropriate, and that this is a court of record for that purpose.
And then, Mr. Kaminsky, you have the right to a revocation hearing within 14 days of today if you want to set immediately. That would be an evidentiary hearing where the prosecutor would have the burden to prove that it's more likely than not that you didn't comply with your probation. So you could set that today immediately.
Oh, it was Grayson? Okay.
And the judge would have a 14-day timeline in which to hold that hearing. Otherwise, you could waive the 14 days and set that hearing literally any time, whether you're in custody or out. I would rather meet with you to discuss the allegations before we set a hearing, which would require you to waive the 14 days. Are you okay with taking that approach?
I don't have the $500 cash on hand, so I'd rather just take care of this right now.
We can't, either way, we're not taking care of this today just because I haven't talked to the DA about a plea offer and I don't even have a copy of the complaint against you.
Okay, I completed treatment. I completed
But Mr.
the
Kaminsky,
class that was required.
Mr. Kaminsky, don't talk about the facts. So I'm going to chat.
And this is where I knew we were going to get, where they want to turn the prelim of the prelim into the actual trial, the actual court thing. It's like, no, dude, this is step one. Like, you already worked yourself into a bunch of bullshit. Trying to use now to get your freedom ain't exactly gonna work. You had your opportunity to do everything right, like, months ago.
With him, if that's okay, counsel.
That's fine.
So, Mr. Kaminsky, as your attorney told you, you have a right to a hearing on the complaint. Because you're in custody, you have a right to that 14 days. If that's what you want, we will set a hearing for you. Your attorney would like some time to talk to you and see if she can reach an agreement with the DA. That may take more than 14 days, and that's how this is typically handled. If you want her to try to do that, you would have to waive your right to a hearing within 14 days. We'd set a status conference at a time that the attorneys agreed to, and if you're not able to reach an agreement then, we would set a hearing. So do you want
Well, I
me
don't
to
see why my attorney couldn't handle this within 14 days and review the evidence and also review with the district attorney. I'm going to be sitting here since.
Probably don't see why that couldn't happen, dude, because you have no legal training whatsoever. Not only would your lawyer and the prosecution be very busy on possibly multiple things, but there's procedures involved that for some reason you SovCits never comprehend. I would say understand, but in SovCit language, understand literally means to stand under something. Fun fact, when I was first exposed to SovCit logic, I found a video that I can still find, and we probably should watch, that talks about like the sovereign citizen stuff. I don't know if it's legit or was a parody or something, but the moment it got into, like, for 5 seconds, I considered this stuff because it was like I was exposed to new information. Like, is this something crazy? Okay, let me check this out. And as soon as they were like, silly person, once you say you understand something, it means you stand under the law, and had some cartoon 50 style of like a dude being stood on by a police officer or something. It was so fucking stupid. I was like, done. That's not how that works. So I guess the litmus test is having basic comprehension of the English language. You lack that, you're probably a SovCit, which explains Hovind, right?
I don't have bond. Would the court
All right.
consider a PR bond?
No, I wouldn't.
I would be.
They've already discussed this, dude. I mean, this is a tame example, but can I get a PR bond? No, we're past that, buddy.
Able to prepare better
Mr.
for this case.
Kaminsky, you need to let me talk now. I'm going to find that he's not willing to waive his right to a hearing within 14 days. We will set a hearing. If the attorneys are able to work something out prior to that hearing, that's great. But if not, we'll give you your hearing within 14 days, okay? Can we get a date?
How long do you need?
Can we please have an hour, 5 minutes?
I can do, August 8th at 2.
August?
I'm sorry, April 8th at 2.
Does that work for counsel?
April 8th at 2. That'll be fine.
We can accept that, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Kaminsky, your hearing is going to be April 8th. That's a week from now, more or less, at 2:00. Your attorney will, I'm sure, try to be in touch with you.
I apologize. Sometimes there's just not much to say as we watch this go through. You just gotta wait for the SovCit to be dumb. But something about me and the particular flavor of the TISM that I likely have is that such methodologies, bureaucracy, systematics really, really just, for lack of a better word, they excite a part of me psychologically. And so hearing the actual proceduralism from a judge, from everybody as they go back and forth as they banter, going through the process, I find it quite stimulating to hear. Probably as a contrast to the absolute chaos of normal life, the way I grew up, and of course, working retail.
Before that, to talk to you about your options and to prepare for a hearing if there's going to be a hearing. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Have a good morning.
You too.
Mr. LeBeau?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. LeBeau, good afternoon again.
Good afternoon. How's it going?
It's going well. I wasn't hoping to see you so soon again.
So we got like a trio here. We had the baddie judge at the beginning. We had that dude wants a PR bond even though he's told it's not. And whatever the hell's going to happen here coming from Boulder Jail. Hell yeah. Colorado.
I gotta tell you,
Things happen.
I know it happens. I know. I just was hoping for a time where you and I, not that I mind seeing you, I just wanted you to have some space. You know what I mean?
I mean, probably not under these circumstances,
The
right?
case is 26 CR 388, comes on for an advisement. The court does find probable cause. Regarding the bonds, Mr. LeBeau, let me hear from the attorneys. Ms. Cunningham?
Should we be requesting?
Yeah, so that's one of the first steps, is just actually finding probable cause to even go further with this stuff, which is usually, if memory serves, what seeing the judge, quote unquote, after an arrest is. Again, could be mistake. I'm no lawyer. I'm no expert. I've got a clean criminal history.
A personal recognizance bond with the appropriate conditions. That is what is recommended in the bond application. So we think that is appropriate here, and also given the nature of the charges, it appears to be a lower level felony if I had to guess.
And let's note, these SovCits always seem to have felonies.
You don't have to guess. DA, bond.
Honor, I am asking for a $5,000 cash or surety bond. I recognize that this isn't, a super aggravated felony case, but I'm definitely concerned about his ability to comply in the community and to return to court. It looks like he has 8 failures to appear in the last 4 years.
Damn! 8 failures to appear. Court? I ain't fucking going to court. Fuck you. Fuck court. It's gonna go jerk off all day or whatever the hell SovCit felon ass motherfuckers do when they should be in court. I'm gonna go break more laws. Get arrested by some road pirates. I was traveling, not driving.
Years, most recently being 2 weeks ago in the case that he's currently on probation for. So those are my concerns, and I think a secured bond's appropriate.
Your Honor, may I have word?
If you want one, I can tell you this, your attorney probably doesn't want you to speak, but I promise you, I'm not going to stop you if you want to talk briefly.
Well, just directed towards the district attorney. I'm part of the Oklahoma Sioux Tribe, which with Medicine and Wheel Coalition is a coalition with the People's Republic in Boulder County.
Mr.
I know,
LeBeau?
we've talked about that. You and I have talked about that in my courtroom. I know that.
If they haven't contacted President Starkums or President Dolan Wood and I, why wouldn't I be released back in the community? Because honestly, I'm immune. I'm sovereign. I'm a sovereign citizen.
I got you.
So,
There we go. As we saw at the beginning, at least dude admits it.
I already have hostage and ransom insurance on this claim right now.
I got you.
The incident that happened, I own Wells Fargo. My grandpa's the owner of Wells Fargo.
I got you, Mr. LeBeau, and I've heard some of those things, not all of those, but some of those before. And while I do want you to speak, if you want to speak, I got to tell you straight up, it's not helping the case right now. It's not a useful thing right now. You know what I mean? I'm going to set bond as follows: $5,000 cash or surety. Conditions: no contact with alleged victim. Pretrial supervision via CJS. Report to your Boulder County probation officer within 24 hours of bonding out. No drugs, no weapons. Stay away from Street, Boulder. Filing
Oh, stay away from particular address.
charges Friday, April 3, 1:30 p.m. Right back here. We'll see what charges the DA file, if any.
Who was the victim, though? Like, you know, motherfucker, you know?
Case. Thank you, Mr. LeBeau. We'll see you in 2 days.
Oh, man, or where's the victim? Oh, man. Sovereign citizen fights jurisdiction. I think I watched this one earlier, so we'll hit up this one. I think this is a good one. We can do it. We can make it a 2 for today. Zoomy, I will definitely be checking that video out, given that it's from A&E, and I don't want them copyright claiming my shit to oblivion. I'm refrained from watching that one in this stream. Maybe we'll make it a little dedicated mini stream.
People's State of Michigan versus Donald Ray Lester. We are here today for a final pretrial conference in this case ahead of a.
All the officials seem to understand they're dealing with a loony. Yeah, they do. And it's amazing to go back like 10 years to today and see people handling the SovCit thing. Like, the court systems have all finally done their research on the sovereign citizen movement, and none of them are fucking having it. So we lose less of the funny moments we had previously with just watching the judges get confused, and now get even more funny moments of judges being like, shut the fuck up.
A trial is scheduled for June 20th and 21st. We are proceeding today partially in person and partially by video conference. First, let me have the attorneys.
Yeah, video conference. All those court cases going through Zoom. That totally can't be secure.
Place their appearances on the record, beginning with Ms. McClure.
E.B. McClure filling in for prosecutor record I-16.
So here's Hennigan on behalf of Donald Lester.
All right, and Mr. Lester, I believe, is in the jail Zoom 2 device. Mr. Lester, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, so I don't know what's going on with the camera. We can't see you. It looks to be all no.
Zoomy, can you tell me in the chat real quick how long that video is? We may make this a 3-fer with that.
I'm saying that we can't see you, Mr. Lester. So, Ms. Hannigan.
Here's another thing, too. For some reason, a lot of SovCits seem to have difficulties operating webcams, or especially if they're attached to their phones. You get headshots like this.
Where do we stand? Are we ready to proceed to trial on June 20th?
Thank you, Your Honor. I met with my client yesterday and did make a final offer to him with regard to plea agreements. My client has declined to accept the plea that was offered by prosecution. I also was informed by my client that he has filed a few motions. I guess you would say pro se. I have not seen those motions myself, but he says he mailed them to the court. He does have many objections to the proceedings. That being said, the next step that would be appropriate with regard to our legal procedures would be to go forward with trial. I am prepared to do that, though I do believe that my client will object to that, Your Honor. So I do want to make sure that I represent his wishes as well, while I still inform the court of whether or not I'm ready to proceed. So I will be ready to proceed for trial next week.
Yeah, now look at this. She's ready to just be like, okay, let's do the trial, let's go through the process. But he's like, nah, jurisdiction, all the jurisdiction. It's fucking crazy, man.
That being said, my client does not want to go to trial as he feels that the court doesn't have jurisdiction over him on this matter in order for us to move to trial. And he was very upset. I would add, just for the record, for his for appellate purposes for him, that he was upset that I agreed to a trial schedule at a past hearing. And I did try to explain to him that that's just a procedure, that the court is on timeframes according to statute, and that at some point we do have to set a trial schedule, even though it was my intent to continue to try to negotiate this case for him along the way.
All right, to the extent that there's any objection based on court's jurisdiction, I
can't hear you. Can you speak up, please?
I can't hear you. Can you speak up, please? Try listening, buddy. If you cannot hear them, try listening up.
To the extent that there's any objection
Yeah, he's just like, for the rest of it's like, okay, I'm just going to start shouting.
To proceeding to trial based on the court's jurisdiction, I would deny that, as the court does have jurisdiction over this case. It is a felony case involving an alleged felony, which is alleged to have occurred within Lenawee County, state of Michigan. This is the circuit court for the Lenawee County, state of Michigan, and therefore jurisdiction is appropriate. Ms. McClure.
Okay, I was listening to this earlier. I didn't have the video up. You look at her in the upper left and how she's moving. She is so fucking nervous because she knows he's just going to fuck everything up. And she has to gracefully find a way out of this, and she may not necessarily really be able to. He may be, I can't remember the details. He may be in a situation where he has to have her represent, like he doesn't have a choice, because I remember there was one where it was something to that effect. So she's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Is there anything we need to address from the people's side?
The people have not received any motions that have been referenced, but as far as I know, we are prepared to proceed to trial next week as well.
Right. And all right. So, do we have proposed jury instructions and voir dire questions?
We do not, and I spoke with Mr. Sneed yesterday, but I'm certain that we can agree upon those within the next day or so.
I see some in our file, so maybe he's drafted them and just not.
Yeah, it was working on them.
Okay, so I'll need those by the end of the week so that we have an adequate amount of time to get prepared for trial.
I would also like to intervene here real quick, but that being said, the motion is just not for the jurisdiction. It's also for personal jurisdiction and subject matter jurisdiction.
Not just for jurisdiction, but personal jurisdiction and subject matter jurisdiction.
I had the right to a resisting unlawful arrest, and it's not being the Supreme Court ruling on that. I just read that not too long ago, and they arrested me for an old traffic ticket. Is where it started at. They're trying to dodge the point of where they harassed me for 3 days before they arrested. And as far as this possession situation goes, I was informed yesterday by my attorney, who I haven't talked to since March, that I was looking at 14 years. Under your court, Michigan rules that after 10 years, under a lower felony, after 10 years, it's automatically expunged. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm being charged with a habitual criminal. And also, I would like to get that in writing. That
after 10 years, guys, your felony just gets expunged. It's just toodaloo. It's like getting written up at work. It drops off after 6 months.
you said that you have jurisdiction over this case, but not the same person. And that's all of the motions that I sent over to the clerk's office. I also have them all notarized. I also have copies of everything that I sent over there. So there should be somewhere in y'all file that y'all should have it.
Please stop with this court investigation and go through all of the files right now. All of them. I demand it as the living man.
Your Honor,
and personal. And like I said, I haven't talked to this woman since March. She told me that I was going to be released out for bond, and I haven't heard anything from her since then. I wrote her a letter. The first time I seen this woman in about 2 or 3 months, the first time was yesterday. And she doesn't represent the said name anyway. I've talked to her about that situation too. Somebody's not being truthful here. And I've been
sent a letter. I've seen him in months. Someone's not being truthful here. I'm sorry. I think the man just making shit up.
And sitting here on my tip without a bond or even so much as calling my witnesses. She's never asked me anything.
He's sitting in jail. I need to call my witnesses. Hey Frank, how you doing? Yeah, you remember watching me get arrested? Yeah, wasn't that great? Hey, listen, can you do me a favor?
So my due process is being violated. Also, I'm sitting under unsigned warrant. Unsigned. A probable cause warrant. They trying to make it look like they arrested me for those charges, and it's not what it was for.
I was set up, you guys, honest.
That's not what it was for. I was arrested for driving on a suspended license from back in 2016. That case got dismissed.
Did it, though? Did it?
Your Honor, I did inform him.
Ain't noticed that this is very similar to what Hovind says, like with the Cindy Lincoln case? It got dismissed. They threw it out. They're redoing it.
One of those issues, Your Honor. Period.
Mr. Lester, I need you to stop interrupting people, okay?
Yeah, I need you to shut the fuck up.
What is it that you wanted to say?
I did inform him yesterday that the charges he was facing could get up to 14 years because there's consecutive sentencing available on those charges. He has a felony that is up to 10 years and then 2 RNOs, which can be sentenced consecutively if that were requested and or if the court were to do it. And I informed him of that at the time that I was telling him about the plea agreement that would allow him to be released. So he is correct in that I did inform him of that, but it's not because of the habitual offender notice. And he asked me about that yesterday, and I reiterated again yesterday that that is not why. That's not why he's facing that amount of time. It was simply me telling him worst case scenario in this matter.
All right. So to the extent that the personal jurisdiction issue has been raised in addition to subject matter jurisdiction, and again denying any requests on those bases because the court again has personal jurisdiction over Mr. Lester, who is a human being located in Lenawee County, Michigan, and alleged to have.
He's a human being. Is he a living man? I need to know if he's a living man. Because him being a human being is one thing, but him being a living man, oh man, that opens up all kinds of different statutes. You gotta check with the Magna Carta on this one.
Commit a felony crime in Lenawee County, Michigan.
How did I commit a violent crime?
With respect to the argument that Mr. Lester made regarding the right to resist an unlawful arrest, that's why the court is having a trial. One of the elements that the prosecutor needs to prove in a resisting and obstructing case is that the officers were on duty, acting lawfully, and made a lawful arrest.
So let's note that the subject matter of the case the man is in is a resisting and obstructing charge, explicitly for this particular context being discussed at this exact moment. But of course, the compartmentalization of things, another little aspect of the legal system that sets my neurons into happy land. God, that sounded weird. Of course, everything I say sounds weird anyway. Isn't it nice to not have to deal with Hovind for once? Anyway, I get to go a whole other range of stupid. Anyway, SovCits cannot understand the compartmentalization or indeed compartmentalize what aspect of their legal troubles they're in, not helping them the fact that they get into so much legal trouble at any given moment.
Mr. Lester resisted. So that's the purpose of the trial. With respect to any issue about expunged convictions, we're not even to that point yet. The habitual offender issue comes into play only after a conviction has entered, and then the court has to determine whether the convictions listed in the habitual offender notice, in fact.
Oh man, $100 a minute billing the court for your time, that's rookie numbers. It's rookie numbers. It's got to be $500 a minute, and you got to put a lien against the judge and every officer and the officer's dog. Not the officer's cats, but any officers who have dogs. Now, if there's canine units, that creates an interesting paradox where the canine unit has to put a lien against itself on behalf of the great ancestor of the sovereign citizens whose rights have been infringed as they pilot their boat across the land for traveling and not driving. Did any of that make sense? It still made more sense than actual SovCit rhetoric.
Happen and can appropriately be used under the statute for the sentencing enhancements that have been notified in the information. And so,
Okay. So whenever you get done, I'd like to address the issue too, please.
I'm going to mute Mr. Lester.
I'm going to mute Mr. Lester. He won't shut up. Like, that is the most just casual, shut the fuck up.
Because I can't
Joseph, mute his microphone.
have people talking over me while I'm trying to create a record. All right, so then we are ready to proceed to trial on June 20th.
Turning with SovCit because it sounded just like him. I am the living man. Actually, it's a joke. Me and my girlfriend at the time recall that the cat Mimi, hi Mimi, you having a good sleep over there? She's completely knocked out. Was my ex's cat that I demanded ownership of when the breakup happened because she hated her. I went from hating her to loving her. Anyway, we used to joke that she was the living meme because she's Mimi, so meme. And then it was funny, instead of the living man, the living meme, because she'd oftentimes barge her fat little self in the room while we were watching like drunken peasants and laughing at videos of like the living man, which we will cover probably in a dedicated thing. I think I might try to find a few videos of that guy doing his thing, and we can make a whole little party out of it.
Again, I'd like to have questions and during instructions ready or by the end of the week so that we can have those ready to go.
Yeah, if Kent was in court and it was streamed, that would be fucking incredible. I hate that we don't have video record of what actually happened in Kent's tax case, because that would just be incredible to see.
Yeah. Before we go,
Ms. McClure, can I just understand from you what that final offer you made on this case, or what the final offer the prosecution made on this case was?
Yes. It would be.
Ms. McClure, I actually have a copy that I could pass to the court too, if that's okay with you.
Well, thank you for just interrupting me while I was talking. God.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just take a second. It's an added count for possession of meth in a park, which is a 2-year.
Yeah, meth in a park. Oh no, my driving with license suspended was that was gotten rid of 10 years ago. By the way, dude, you were obstructing justice and you had meth in a park, which obviously is apparently a violation, not just the possession of the meth, but having it in a park. Laws are funny because the way things get compounded is extremely weird.
Fence. And we were off time served, which is approximately 10 months, and we have no objection to a PR bond at the time the plea is taken.
There you go, dude. You get a recognizance bond. You'd be out on your own recognizance. Like, we trust you to not fuck up. Like, I've watched enough of these little things where I've started picking up the patterns enough of these court things where I'm like, oh man, if I ever was in some bullshit and I knew my ass did it, but let's strike a deal. Let's just get this over with. PR bond, hell yeah, and I will show my ass up the moment the court opens. I'd be all on, but my life isn't that exciting. I don't have that chaotic of an existence. I'm a law-abiding citizen who works a perfectly average job in a perfectly average city. Yeah. So I don't get the fortune of getting to deal with the legal system, if one can call it such.
Prosecution may
I look at it in kind of the same way of like, I kind of wish to a degree there would be a small accident somewhere, not life threatening, to where I would have reason to use a fire extinguisher, because I really want to use a fire extinguisher to put out a fire. But life doesn't afford you those opportunities in an optimum situation. Certainly don't wish for it to happen, but if something was going to happen, I feel prepared, and I wish to take on that challenge. Does that make sense? I feel like that makes sense, Like, yeah. I don't know. I'm weird.
offer to
That's why y'all watch me.
resolve the case if Mr. Lester were willing to plead guilty to possession of methamphetamine in a park. That's a 2-year maximum possible penalty, but prosecution has also agreed to.
Dinosaur Adventureland is only subject to maritime law as existed in the time of Noah when there was a flood. Hovern. The new DAL attraction, Myth in the Ark. Dinosaur Adventureland. Come for Jesus. Stay because you found meth. Please note for legal status, since Joseph and his and Kent's cronies love to just crawl videos and trying to be suit happy, that is what we call a joke. And I am in no way, shape, or form, nor do I believe Tyler is making a claim that there are methamphetamines available at Dinosaur Adventureland. It is simply a joke. Okay? Okay.
Credit for time served or fines and costs. And
okay, see, yeah, fire is free, but I am not committing arson. All right, I'm not doing that. Nope. Really shouldn't be talking about fire in a place like this. One of the units over here burned down back in '97. I remember when it happened. Recall the same complex 30 years ago. I was coming to with my mom because she had a friend who lived here down the hall from where I live now. Life is weird like that.
A personal recognizance bond release until the date of the sentence. Is that all accurate, Ms. McClure?
What is that?
Yes.
Easy.
Yeah, that's accurate, Your Honor.
And Mr. Lester is not interested in agreeing to that plea. Is that correct?
What the? I guess he's muted, but he's just. And I'm doing the gesture like I have a camera set up. It's right there, but it ain't plugged in. I just gave it the finger. You just waving the finger like, pay attention to me. Pay attention to me.
It's my understanding, but it seems that he would like to say something about it, Your Honor, so I prefer that he answer that question himself.
I would like to say something because of the fact that you keep trying to let me out on a PR bond and you want me to come back to court for sentencing, but you won't let me out to try to get my witnesses and gather the evidence that I need to be able to present it at trial.
My guy, you could totally begin that process while you're out. What? Hang on, let me hear that again. I think my brain shut down in the middle of all sanity.
Me out on a PR bond, and you want me to come back to court for sentencing.
Okay. I heard correctly and didn't process correctly. Stupid ass spam text. Anyway, come back for sentencing, dude. Okay, if you're at the phase of sentencing, you're fucking over, man. It's fucking done. I stand corrected. You done, son.
But you won't let me out to try to get my witnesses and get what I need to be able to present it at trial. I haven't even went over this one. I haven't even went over any kind of defense with this woman. I am being prosecuted and persecuted by her and a prosecutor. And it's obvious. It's very obvious. It stands out. I haven't talked to this lady since March. And when I did, she came in there and coerced me into trying to keep her on my case.
All right, so Mr. Lester, that was
claim of coercion.
Wasn't really responsive to the question that was asked. The question
I don't know nothing about that. I told her what it was then, and
Mr. Lester,
You keep trying to cut me off.
Well, that's because you won't let me create the record and do my job. So I'm
trying to do my job. You're not the one sitting in jail, sir.
I'm trying to do my job. You ain't the one sitting in jail. What job, bro? You're in jail. You ain't doing shit.
Please mute my client. I don't want him to.
record should reflect that. The record should reflect that Mr. Lester had. I'm sorry. So, Mr. Lester, the question I'm asking.
Oh, please. If it's involving Israel, ceasefire is going to mean nothing.
That I need an answer to is
also, if anything, I mean, we've had 1,000,001 reasons to invoke the 25th, but that fucking tweet, that post, that stupid ass post, yeah, that's insanity. Had Obama or anyone else posted anything like that, the right would be all fucking over it. But when Trump does it, it's okay.
You've heard the offer that I've indicated the prosecution has made to you to resolve the case. Do you or do you not want to?
No, I'm not, because they had no business arresting me, Your Honor. And that all I was.
We're a little past that there, buddy. All right? Think we're past that at this stage if sentencing is what's coming up. And yeah, fire departments definitely should offer fire safety courses that involve actual controlled burns. That would be really, really freaking cool.
No is fine. That's all I needed. All I needed was no. So
yeah, please meet my client. He's fucking idiot. Whoa! Hey, we got bonus video. Oh, okay. 18 minutes 34 seconds. This isn't going to be SovCits, but no, we're going to stick to SovCits. Not going to do this one, even though in quote Death Note style letters sounds awesome because I really enjoyed that anime. All right, let's just see what else we can hit up. All right, let's just take a check out on it. Videos. Let me just Alt DV. Joseph, why is it? Joseph. Let's see. We're gonna do one more. Can I find SovCits? Let's see. Sov. Okay, there we go. We'll do this one.
Mr. Powell, would you unmute yourself, turn on your camera and state your name, please?
Powell Michael Elliott, authorized agent for Michael Elliott Powell.
Oh, there we go. This is going to be a good one. There's another thing. Because SovCits have the whole corporate fiction thing, they will go to court and they'll be like, oh, I'm such and such authorized for my name. They never acknowledge that they're the same person because they feel at that point they accept the straw man identity and are responsible for it, which just it makes no sense. None of it makes any sense. Don't want to accept my corporate fiction. Oh, they had no business arresting you. You may leave. Yep, totally.
Mr. Roque, what property?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm not suggesting what people do and don't subscribe to, except for me, of course. But this little what was the name of the channel again? Come on, load up. Judge Reacts. They don't fuck around. I like their style of just giving us the video. They've got it edited, they got it customized, but I think we got the key stuff we need. They're not leaving out the fluff. I like that.
Mayor Soroki with Wayne County Corporation Counsel appearing on behalf of the treasurer, and Mr. Powell's objection to foreclosure of the residential property located at Portland.
Right. So they're foreclosing on Bros Place. There's another thing SovCits do. Apparently, it's very common for them to get to rent a place and then just or buy a place somehow and just not pay on it. They just decide I don't have to pay.
In Detroit with parcel ID number 210201155 is.
Oh, well, thanks. You censor the address, but you leave the parcel ID number, which means anyone can look it up on a public records thing from the usually the county level. Thank you. You're real good at censoring stuff, whoever censored this in the video, which I'm going to presume is not the YouTube channel in question. I presume this was
based on his statement that the taxes have been.
Actually, now I think about it, if this was a live stream, then probably not. Huh. Okay, well, I don't want to talk shit about the channel we're watching, but you may want to censor the parcel ID numbers as well if you're going to censor everything. But then again, what does it really matter?
And paid and exempt from levy. However, currently there is a property tax delinquency in the amount of $1,931.34, which consists of tax year 2023. And this is.
Bruh, what the hell are you doing with your phone? Set that son of a bitch up and wait. You'll see that too with just a lot of these, Zoom court meetings. People are just fucking around with their phones. Like, what the hell? And now he looked like he's trying to just like, let me do a little grin. Let me see if I'm looking all right. Am I good? Yeah, I got a profile on camera. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it's like to be the average person who doesn't take shit seriously. And by that, I mean the average kind of person who doesn't take this shit seriously. I'm not saying the average person doesn't take this shit seriously, but a lot of people seem not to take basic shit seriously.
The date and time designated for Mr. Powell to be provided with an opportunity to address the court.
Mr. Powell.
Okay, let me open up the email because she didn't state the entire objection. I've been waiting for about 3 hours, so I didn't know you guys gave me improper notice. I had to call in and get the meeting ID, and I'm currently doing something, so I'm about to pull open this email that I sent them.
My man is driving. Y'all see that, right? He is driving while fucking with his phone.
So we could get to the bottom of it. That wasn't the entire objection. The entire objection.
Oh, I have too. Yeah, they'll fire it up. It's insane.
Is okay. Taxes been paid.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like we could do this for like another 50 minutes.
Paid, and what she said, property or security so deposited is exempt from levy. I tendered twice the amount in.
Yeah, these are real. People are. That became very common after COVID for people to do court cases through Zoom. There'll be cases where entire court sessions will actually happen and nobody is in an actual legal thing. There was one judge who got in some shit over that because she was kind of being a bit hoochie while doing her job. It was kind of funny. I forget the name, but yeah.
December. So in December, it was due $1,881.64. I tendered a total of $3,763.28 in security, exclusive of interest, costs, and attorney fees on the liens entered against me on the official tax of Eric R. Sabri. These payments equal to the amounts which I was liable for under the official tax. I presented a verified claim for $1,881.64 to the treasurer. The claim contained the statement of facts stated right now and demanded payment of the $1,881.64 in conformity with the official tax of the treasurer. More than 45 days has elapsed since that presentation and demand of claim, during which time Eric R. Sabri has failed to allow or reject the claim. So he's in default for not returning my security to the delinquent tax revolving fund.
Yeah, I have a question. What the fuck are you talking about?
Everything has been provided to them, and
Your Honor, the fact remains.
Yo, do y'all check that dude's name? Hang on. Y'all check that. Kunle Fadipe? Nah, I look at that dude, he reminds me of a guy I work with. You don't want to fuck with that dude. He will fuck your shit up and sound classy as hell while he does it too.
Means that there is a property tax delinquency for 2023 in the amount of $1,931.34. If this amount is not paid in full or a payment agreement has not been entered into by March 31st of 2026, the property will be foreclosed.
Okay.
We would recommend
Wonder how that turned out for him.
That you speak to one of the treasurers who is here today to enter into a payment agreement or to be provided with payment options.
That's not a response to what I said. So I already tendered.
I love when SovCits get irate over stuff and then they pull the same shit to the court itself. It's like, what? I don't know. Is this necessarily court or is this just like I'm trying to figure out the nuances? Well, no, they gave court stuff. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the nuances of all this. I have a bad short term memory.
Payment. It's in your possession, and I have a receipt from Comerica Bank that you deposited my payment in Comerica Bank. So you keep saying that your record is incorrect, and I know that. I just said I filed a claim.
Excuse me, sir. Did you attach a copy of
Oh yeah, that's the judge.
the proof that you made the payment?
No, because nobody asked me to.
Well, dude, if you had a lawyer, they might have recommended that. You might have been needed to keep records of stuff because that's kind of important, and you may wish to submit those records via the proper channels next time. Okay.
Well,
the opposite party has not requested any type of proof. So, affidavit, unchallenged affidavit is proof. She hasn't challenged any part of what I just said.
Okay,
all she did was. Go ahead.
At this time, what if you're saying that you made the payment? All we need to do to confirm it so that we can get this off the tax roll is verification. Mr.
Right. Yeah, it's that easy, bro. If you paid it, show the proof, and the court will be like, "Hey, he paid it. Y'all need to fix your records and try a little harder."
I would like her to go get what's in Comerica Bank and show the court what they put in Comerica Bank, because at this point they lost it.
No.
I need you to show that I paid it, even though you say I didn't pay it, and it's my burden of proof to show that I paid it. I want you to prove that I paid it. So there.
No, if you made a deposit, that you just have to have your proof. But anyway, Mr.
I sent proof. Go ahead.
Excuse me.
I said I sent proof.
Just hold on, sir.
Your Honor, any payments that would have been made by Mr. Powell would have been applied to any tax delinquency. Usually it is applied to prior tax delinquency years, and then what is remaining is this $1,931.34 for tax year 2023.
Is there?
Right. And I've spoken with somebody.
Damn, them some back taxes from a couple of years ago.
At the Treasury Department multiple times and provided proof. Okay, I sent a claim on the amount
Hold on a second.
I sent a claim on the amount I paid. It's been more than 45 days. It has not been rejected. I have not been contacted about, and that's accord and satisfaction.
Your Honor, it seems to me that Mr. Powell is assuming that there is some sort of breach of contract here on the part of the treasurer, but the Wayne County treasurer, in performing his duties, is not classified as a debt collector in the state of Michigan and is therefore statutorily exempt from the definition of the debt collector under the Fair Debt.
I didn't say the word debt
Hold
collector.
on. Okay, Mr. Powell, you cannot interrupt.
Whoa! Where are we going, bro? Mr. Debt collector. What do you mean, man?
Please. Thank you. Go ahead.
Judge, this is not a contract or an accord or satisfaction or any sort of, situation that Mr. Powell is claiming. I think Attorney Don Lee Cotton has looked up the tax payments and would like to address the court.
Ms. Cotton.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Powell has been in contact with our office, and we've spoken to him multiple times as to what he sent into Comerica Bank. And I just forwarded to Attorney Soroki what indeed was submitted was just the tax bill where he stamped it, just stating that it was tender.
Okay, but
a bill, like I got my utility bill right here. So yeah, let me just let's see. Actually, where the hell is it? Pay it online. It doesn't matter. Let's just this is my utility bill, yeah? Okay, paid, and I just send it back to them. Like, yo, I paid this. Where's the money? I paid it. It says right there. No, you didn't. Where's the money? It's paid right there.
Mister,
He didn't
if you
send a
didn't pay any
cashier's
money,
check. He
That's
didn't
not what
send a
happened.
money order.
That nobody asked me what happened. So let me go ahead and clarify. I have the right to send a bond to the treasurer secured by public obligations. I sent the bond to the treasurer.
Hey, so he's sending secured bonds to treasurers.
Secured by the public obligations of the court or of the county. I have the law to tell you on the record right
no,
now.
you don't
So
need
if
to.
I
You
met,
don't need to tell me the law,
okay,
Mister.
well
Mister, hold
they
on,
said
Mister Powell. The only thing you need to do, you need to pay the
I
1,000.
did. I
Hold on,
did.
sir. Mister Powell. I told you stop interrupting, please.
Okay, y'all interrupted me.
Mister. Well, you know what, Mister Powell, we're gonna put you on mute.
There we go. Oh, she just put she's exercising restraint. Honorable Sheila Ann Gibson is blessing this man with restraint because the voice tone she had right there was an I am not fucking dealing with you tone, and she's still giving him an opportunity to stop fucking up. Whoo, is it gonna get good?
Because you don't know how to let someone else speak. Everyone else is letting you speak. Anyway, if he has not paid the funds, not sending a document, putting whatever he wanted to on it, if the funds have not been paid in U.S. currency or U.S. currency equivalent, the debt has not been satisfied. So at this point in time, Mr. Powell, you owe 1,000, and correct me if I'm wrong, somebody, $1,931.34. Did I say that correctly?
Yes, Your Honor.
You owe.
I don't recall it being a SovCit, but if we're thinking of the same one, I do remember this dude driving while he had a suspended license and stuff. Yeah. But there's probably a few that match that and probably are SovCits, so we're probably thinking of similar but different cases, but the one is very famous.
That in tender
May I correct
US, no, you cannot.
you said correct if you're wrong. You just said somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Now you said I can't.
I was talking to the
You
county.
said somebody. You didn't say county.
Anyway, as I indicated, if it has not been tendered in US currency, not putting a statement on it, that is not sufficient. You must pay the $1,931.34 by March 31st, or else there will be a foreclosure on this property.
I understand what you just said. Now you just said before that equivalent U.S. currency.
No, I didn't. No. I'm done.
It's been
or equivalent. Like he's about to try to roll with it. That's the key thing with the SovCit bullshit, is that it's all about linguistics and how can you stretch words. Again, very much like our friend Hoven does. Are you noticing patterns between all of these sovereign citizens and the way Kent Hoven behaves?
recorded.
Okay, fine.
It's
I
been
know
recorded.
it has
You literally
been.
said currency.
Okay, but the
okay,
thing
you said currency equivalent, ma'am.
If you haven't paid, I'm
did.
done, Mr.
I have proof.
I'm done.
Okay,
I'm done. And as I indicated, if it's not satisfactory funds, if the funds have not been paid, then your property will be foreclosed on March the 31st. You need to make sure you pay that $1,931.34 by March 31st.
I'm going to tell you again.
You need to pay it by March 31st, or the property will be foreclosed on. No notice, no anything. If it doesn't satisfy, you don't pay those in U.S. currency funds, and equivalent means a credit card, a checking account. That's all that's acceptable. If you do not do that, your property will be foreclosed upon March 31st. At this
I understand everything you're saying.
Okay, that's all.
Now, may I be?
Do you understand as in comprehend, or do you understand as in you stand under it?
Okay, why am I here if I...
And yeah, SovCits very much are like Phil Bros, just trying to play semantic games.
Can't be fully heard.
Because you're not...
I have the First Amendment right to be fully heard.
You have 2 minutes, sir. 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you for allowing my First Amendment right to be fully heard.
2 minutes.
Can I reset it since you interrupted me? So...
No, motherfucker, get to talking. Damn.
I deposited cash equivalent according to United States law which is the governing law of all United States currency. Title 31, United States Code, Section 9303, is the code that you're quoting without quoting it. So it says, I may use a government obligation for security instead of a surety bond, which is the same as using cash, check, or money order. I sent a bond, a claim to the treasurer with or secured by the public obligations of the treasurer, which I have the legal right to do, negotiable by delivery, which was deposited into Comerica Bank. I did not send it to Comerica Bank. I sent it to the P.O. box of the treasurer. However, they sent me a receipt signed by Comerica. So if they sent me a receipt by Comerica, that means the treasurer received my documentation, my documentary evidence, and deposited himself in Comerica Bank. I didn't send anything to Comerica Bank directly. I'm telling you, I have a receipt from Comerica Bank, signed Comerica. However, I sent it to the P.O. box of the treasurer. So the treasurer obviously sent it himself to Comerica Bank. Now, I haven't been rejected. Comerica Bank hasn't called me, has not sent back anything to me, has not rejected anything I sent whatsoever. However, they have accepted for more than 45 days now. Now, the law says clearly, using a government obligation for security instead of a surety bond is the same as using cash, check, or security. That's what a cash equivalent is. That's what it says in the United States law. Title 31, U.S. Code, Section 9303, if anybody would like to look that up.
Okay,
Also,
your time is up, sir.
Hey, okay, listen, I will file a request for your oath of office and your bond. The other law is Michigan compiled law.
Hang on. Damn it. Where's the
Michigan compiled?
There we go. They always want the oath of office. Like, what does it matter, bro? What does it matter? What's the point? What are you going to do with it?
Law 221.87, which is the accounts and settlement thereof. If they actually looked into the law, they would see that I deposited, which was supposed to be put into the delinquent tax revolving fund. And I could quote, right? I could read exactly what the law says
Okay,
for
no,
the record.
no, you don't have to, mister. I've given you more time than I indicated. So at this point
Then you
in time,
indicate I don't have the right to be fully heard?
No, you don't. I gave you 2
I'm
minutes,
speaking
sir.
relevant.
The right to be fully heard? No, you don't.
You
I
gave
gave you
me
2
2
minutes,
minutes.
sir.
So this is a privilege hearing.
No, thank you
This is
very much. Well, that concludes this hearing, Mr. Powell.
Oh, that was great. Okay, there's one more that's like the best one that I want to cover today, at least. Like the main one that made me think, yeah, I think I want to do some SovCits stuff today. But what I got to do is go in my history and find it. So bear with me. I've been watching a lot of these today, haven't I? Okay, create a hydrogen bomb. Let's see, F-104 Starfighter. Guessing his way through a criminal trial. SovCits claims his original void jail. Karen demands neutral judge. Questions. Kung Fu Master. Actually, I don't know which one it is. You know what? Let's hit up. Thanks for bearing with me. I seem to have misplaced that video. Okay, so let's see, we can go Kung Fu Master, we can go Neutral Judge, or we can go with Magic Questions. You know what? Let's hit up Original French. We'll hit up this one.
Will now be on the in 23 TR 2777, State of Kansas versus Anthony Edward Dubas. Jared Regier for the state. Is Mr. Dubas present? Anthony Dubas?
I am Anthony Edward Dubus. Dubus is the English pronunciation. Dubus is the original French. And I am appearing specially in propria persona, not pro se, as sui juris.
Ooh, he's the original French, and he's applying special in public persona or whatever, and not pro se, so it's different.
Okay,
Under-
first of all, I can't see you, so you're not here.
Aaron, satisfied?
Thank you, sir. Now,
Absolutely.
as far as I need to go, well, I need you back here in person.
Yeah, you can't cover your camera, dog.
Okay, well, it's propria persona, not in person. I'm not the legal entity that you're claiming me to be.
All right, sir, if I can't get you on camera, you're not here.
I'm doing so right now. I'm just removing it as it's taped. It takes a while.
Now, the second order of business,
And look at it. He's got his phone up. Is he recording the screen as he goes through this? Does he have his magic notes up? I mean, what the hell is going on?
get your name straight. I know a family with the same exact spelling in America, and they do pronounce it Dubus, but you said you pronounce it
Dubus,
Dubus?
as the original Dubus, as the original French. Yep.
Very well, Dubus.
Thank you.
Okay, now, Mr. Dubus appears in person and pro se.
Correction. Propria persona.
Well, in this court, it's in person. And
Correction. In all courts, it may be either pro se.
Yes, correcting the judge, Mr. Dubus.
Either appear in person or propria persona.
well, in my years of law, say 40 years of practice.
And the judge being a crabby old lady, who still deserves respect, of course, Honorable Judge Webster, he should know not to fuck around.
Both as an attorney and a judge, it's been in person, and that's what I'm going with, sir. I believe that is just fine. So in any event, we will proceed with your charges. In count one, sir, you're charged with operating a motor vehicle on a highway of this state without having a valid driver's license.
Ding, ding, ding! The classic sovereign citizen thing. I don't need a license. What's funny is what it boils down to is it's all about being fucking cheap and not feeling like you need to pay the same things everyone else pays. I don't need to pay taxes. I pay every tax I owe. It just happens I owe none of them. Oh, I don't need a driver's license. I don't need to pay registration fees. None of that shit.
Pursuant to K-235A, in count two, it is alleged that on or about the 17th day of August, 2023, in Butler County, Kansas, you did then and there unlawfully operate or attempt to operate a motor vehicle, to wit, a 2003 Honda Accord, upon a highway of the state.
Of course, it's an 03 Honda Accord. Bro just emits Honda Accord energy.
To wit, 1700 block of East Foxdale Street, Andover, Butler County, Kansas, while the vehicle was not registered in violation of KSA 8-142. In count three, it is alleged that on or about the 17th day of August, 2023, in Butler County, Kansas, Anthony Edward Dubus, Dubus,
Thank you, Myron.
then and there unlawfully and intentionally drive a motor vehicle upon a public highway or property open to use by the public and fail to provide proof of insurance upon demand by a law enforcement officer. Now, sir,
That's another thing I love about legalese is just how incredibly verbose it is, how incredibly exacting it can be in what it is supposed to apply to. Yet somehow, at many times, it's also equally open to interpretation, which I never really understood. But welcome to English. But it's just funny how such particularities, it's like, well, that's a violation. It's just like, I love it.
if you had insurance when you were stopped but just didn't have it with you or couldn't find it quickly, just provide proof to the county attorney and they'll most likely dismiss that charge. But if you really didn't have insurance, you're looking at a Class B non-person misdemeanor. The law does require a minimum fine if you're convicted of $300 up to $1,000.
The minimum insurance would likely have been cheaper.
And it does have a possible jail sentence up to months. Those are the charges against you. You do have the right to an attorney. You can hire any attorney of your choice, but if you cannot afford an attorney, you can apply and see if you qualify for a court-appointed attorney. You don't have to have an attorney, though. You can waive your right to an attorney and represent yourself. So that's an order of business we need to take care of today, is whether you want an attorney or not. And then another is to make sure that you understand what the charges are and the possible penalties. Do you have any questions for me about that?
Yeah, I don't understand the nature and cause of the charges. I have not had my accuser face me to bring the charges against me as a violation.
Yes, gotta have the accuser. It can't just be the state and the people, which once again, the state is the people, and all these concepts aligning to my understanding of government from a socialist perspective, that the crime that he committed of violating these various vehicular law or driving related laws is a crime against everyone in the state, in a sense.
Of due process, and I want to correct for the record of the court, the named defendant is different than the named person, being myself. Hold on, let me make sure I get that in view of the camera. The named person here is different than the one named in the charges and the counts.
And there you go. He's literally pushing the all capital verse standard case name thing. That somehow changes it.
Being a difference of representation of who exactly it is the charges are against. And it is to my belief and knowledge that per KAR 8243 subsection A, exemption from the motor carrier safety regulations, A, the occasional transportation of personal property by private motor carriers that is not for compensation and is not in the furtherance of a commercial enterprise. I am exempt from these rules and regulations, and if I need to get a US DOT number to show that I was not operating a commercial motor vehicle.
Oh, and there we go. The classic, if it's not for commerce, it's not driving. So all driving laws do not apply because I wasn't conducting commerce with my vehicle. What's hilarious, and I hope I can find this one again so we can go back and watch it, is a traffic stop where this woman pulls the SovCits bullshit, and you hear her phone making a noise. The noise it's making is the noise that Uber makes for new rides coming in, new orders coming in, new options, whatever service you're providing via Uber. She was doing. So she actually was using her vehicle for commerce.
Or as a common carrier for business or for profit or in the furtherance of a commercial enterprise, I will be more than happy to produce that US DOT number to show that I am in fact a private motor carrier, not operating in commerce, not driving, as I'm merely transporting and traveling.
You are not charged under the Uniform Commercial Carriers Code as adopted by the state of Kansas. You are charged just as a...
Also, I can't spell. Go figure. I love this. Traveling. And secondly, when if I ever meet a SovCit and that just ever talking with a SovCit and something like that comes up or just about it, at one point I want to be like, let's go basketball rules where traveling is a violation, and just I don't know, just to fuck with them, because that's all I think of. Actually, I don't know what traveling is in basketball. Is that a Mommy, is that a violation after the for the way if you put both hands on the ball and then you move, that's traveling? I think that's it. I don't know.
Motorist operating a motor vehicle, again, not a commercial vehicle. These are not laws that are subject to the commercial code or to the administrative.
Yeah, traveling is when a player takes more than 2 steps after gathering the ball without dribbling or moves their established pivot foot illegally. Neat.
Regulation that you referred.
Although you mentioned the word operating. Operating is a term used for the commercial furtherance of use.
No, it isn't, you idiot. Here you go, Mimi. There you go. She wanted out. She'll want in 2 seconds later.
For the furtherance of a commercial enterprise or driving, operating, the physical use or furtherance of for-profit business or for compensation.
It may under the commercial code, but not under the code otherwise.
It is under Kansas, correct?
It is not under Chapter 8 of the Kansas statutes.
What legal training have, dude? It's so weird that these people just think that like all the laws that we actually follow are just made the fuck up. Like, not as a matter of society working to establish order, but are just literally pulled out of the ether. And there's a lot of real laws that nobody pays attention to that somehow take precedence. Bro, what the hell does it matter? If these laws were just completely pulled out of the universe's ass and just decided in 1972 that suddenly the world's going to work like that and all this common law Magna Carta shit is no bueno, then it's already fucking over because everyone accepts this stuff. It becomes de facto. Except it is de jure in this case. So it really doesn't matter, but even if it was just a de facto state as just this is how it winds up being, that would mean that it is how it is. And whatever previous laws, if they were valid, that these SovCits think are the way things work, become meaningless. It makes no sense to me how they think this stuff operates. And that it's just, like people joke with the magic words, that it's this hidden cheat code, that as long as you're aware of it, suddenly you can just do whatever.
Or Chapter 40, which you're filed under. But we can address that at a later date at a trial or a motions hearing if necessary. But I do not see the statutory language that you're addressing being applicable to these statutes, at least preliminarily at this hearing.
It is within, sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That's my ruling there. And then on the name issue, I am not tracking you there. The only difference I see is that at the top of the document, state of Kansas and your name are capitalized, and in the initial or in the individual charges, it's traditional capital letter of the first name, all lowercase of the remaining names throughout. So I'm not following that argument. Again, if you want to readdress that at a later date, we can, but I'm just not seeing that argument.
Okay.
Now then.
I motion and move this court to dismiss this case. For the motion I have.
And there we go, the motion to dismiss. Something I find funny too, and I mentioned this earlier in a sense, but I'll mention it again, is that they reject jurisdiction, yet will move for the court to dismiss. So again, I must stress that by asking the court to dismiss, you validate that the court has jurisdiction. It's just so weird.
Filed, and for the brief in support of motion to dismiss for lack of jurisdiction.
Sir, I do not have any.
There it is, right fucking there. Right fucking there. You don't have authority to adjudicate on this case, so I need you to adjudicate that you don't have authority to adjudicate. What the fuck?
Any such motion or brief in support. Mr. Regier, have you received any such documents?
Not to my knowledge, Your Honor. So I fail to see, at least at this juncture, how such a motion is properly brought before the court, unless the court is aware of something that I am not aware of.
Well, that's what I'm trying to decide, if it's properly before the court. Mr. Dubois, who did you file the motion and brief with?
Well, seeing as your guys' e-file is down for what was it? It's called a ransom malware or something. I cannot e-file.
Right,
so
but you can.
The court system got hit by ransomware. That's funny.
You can mail it, or you can walk it into the clerk of the court. Have you done that?
Yes, I've mailed it. Email which a
and
court
I'm sorry,
clerk
when I
said I could.
Go ahead, please. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you're fine. It was by email, which the court clerk said I could, considering the e-file was down. And I can't really go 20-something miles to do that, considering my personal property was stolen.
When did you email it, sir? When did you email it?
A while ago.
Judge,
Yeah.
Yes.
we do not accept emailed filings, only faxed or by mail or person.
Okay, I was told that they do not have fax, so I could not do that. So email would be okay.
He may have called the wrong courthouse then.
That just kind of sucks, bro. I'll give you benefit of the doubt on that one.
They spent 10 minutes finding my case because your guys' system was down. So I'm fairly certain it was the correct one.
Okay. Do you recall which you filed or which court you called?
Let me go to my sent. T. Stafford at bucokansas.com.
I think that might be at the county courthouse, not the district courthouse.
Okay. So if you want to file something, sir, let's make sure you file it in a fashion that will get it officially recognized. So Ashley, how do you suggest he file motions and the like?
He will either need to mail us a copy of it or he can fax file.
And is your guys' fax active?
Yes, that has been the whole time.
Okay.
Gotta throw that snark in there. Yeah, it's been working the entire time, dog.
And
it's not effective, yes.
What's the fax number?
Our fax number is 316-321-9486.
Please do not spam their fax machine. That is not cool.
Okay. And my honor, I have one last question. For the nature and cause of these charges, is it a criminal or is it a civil matter?
This is a criminal matter.
Okay. As it is a criminal matter, there are two jurisdictions which I may be tried. One is the common law, and the other is a military tribunal. Which of those two do you intend to try me in?
And which corner of your ass did you pull this out of?
I intend to try you in this one, sir.
Which is this one? Please elaborate.
The criminal one.
Well, criminal has two jurisdictions. It is either the common law or it is the military tribunal.
Well, sir, we're not going to go into that at this point.
Are you refusing to acknowledge to me and tell me the nature and cause of the charges?
I have told you the nature and the cause of the charges.
You are not elaborating.
I think the remaining issue, sir, is whether you're going to hire an attorney, apply for court appointed, or represent yourself.
My honor, I need to know whether or not this is going to be in the common law or a military tribunal.
Well,
can't help but notice he said my honor there.
To know whether or not.
Or represent yourself.
My honor, I need to know.
Yeah, just making sure.
Whether or not this is going to be in the common law or a military tribunal.
Well, I am going to Ask you one more time, are you going to hire an attorney, apply for court appointed, or represent?
Yeah, man. I mean, if we gotta pick, let's go all the way. Fucking military tribunal. Do I get to wear a kick-ass outfit? Give me one of them Fidel Castro suits, please.
Yourself, sir.
Again, I'm not representing myself. I am sui juris in proper persona or propria persona.
So you're not going to have an attorney, or are you?
No, I'm not going to be presented or represented by any British agent registrant.
Any British agent registrant. Sir, this is America.
Or anybody else to be a ward of the state. I'm standing on my rights and I do not abrogate them. And if you're going to continue to move.
Dugan, don't you have to be in the military to have a military tribunal? Not if your crimes are epic enough.
This court without any sort of evidence. Well, I guess I'll have to file that, but
we're going to set your hearing. How do you want to plead to the charges first? Then, if you don't want to have an attorney, how do you want to plead to no valid driver's license?
My Honor, are you attempting to administer the trust without permission and consent?
I'm asking.
Oh snap! He got her on administering the trust. It's over now.
Asking you for your response. I'm giving you the chance to respond.
Oh yes, he is trying to sound very photosynthesis. Chat, what is it doing? Wow, I have wanted to do that for like a month now, being an opportunity where I can use Peterson's lovely line of, chat, what is it doing?
Do you want to plead to this charge or not?
My Honor, I don't make any pleas as I am appearing in propria persona, and any plea would submit jurisdiction to the court.
Says refused to enter a plea, as we're seeing right here. Chris, knowing exactly what is up to the moment.
I am here challenging jurisdiction under the common law, as I am owed the law of peace.
He hadn't argued color of law yet. I wonder if that one's coming up.
And this is a fraud action in the inducement from the beginning under due process violations from Deputy Khalid Berke and the other officers or sheriffs that were on scene.
Can you tell he's reading from a script?
And if you are attempting to administer the trust without consent of myself, the living man, the grantor, in common
Oh, we got it, the living man!
law, which is above Admiralty Maritime law, then you will be in violation of Article 3, Section 2, the trial of all crimes, except in case of impeachment, shall be jury, and such trial shall be held in a state where said crime shall have been.
Ooh, impeachment. Are you being impeached now, good sir? I don't think so. You're not an elected official and charges are not being brought up against you. All right? You ain't Donald Trump. So hush your horses, fuckface.
Committed, but when they are not committed with any state, the trial shall be at such place or places as the Congress may by law have directed. And as there is a difference between the Republic State Kansas before the state of.
Well, Zoso, he found a video on the internet and probably paid $1,000 for a course online to get this magic info to learn the magic words to get out of jail free that are clearly working for him. I mean, look at how elated this judge is of like, wow, he knows the secret.
Of Kansas was brought into the Federation.
Keel haul him. Have him walk the plank and keel haul him while he walks the plank.
of the Union of States. And you
Hey, I only respect the jurisdiction of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics insofar as these kinds of matters with me traveling and not driving. If I'm in the United States, I'm driving, but if I'm in the Soviet Union, I'm traveling, okay? Let's get very clear. Now, granted, it's been about 34 years and some change since I've been able to take advantage of my right to travel in the Soviet Union, but I heard from a group that it's coming back. Also, I'm not kidding. There's actually a group that believes that the Soviet Union still exists. It's pretty wild. We should take a look at them sometime.
will also be in violation of I'm getting it real quick.
Yeah, being keelhauled is not just being dragged under the boat, which is already pretty goddamn fucked up. But you have to understand that these ships would have barnacles in mass on them, and the incrustations that are formed by barnacles, the hard material cemented to the bottom of the ship, is razor sharp. So it would flay your skin being keel hauled. Pretty fucking horrible. I gotta say, people had ingenious ways of taking advantage of things that were near them already, things they had available, and how to horrifically hurt other people, usually to their own, to those victims' demises. So, yeah.
18 U.S. Code 2381, treason. Whoever owing allegiance to the United States.
Yeah, Zumi, I know about that as well. Yeah, a group in Russia that actually worships Gadget from Rescue Rangers. Yeah, fucking crazy.
States, the corporation, not United States.
I mean, I see where they're coming from. It's still weird.
Of America or for America, levies war against them or adheres to the enemies, giving them aid and comfort within the United States or elsewhere.
You have to have a shrine. That can't be that hard to build. Print out a few pictures, get some religious ephemera and make it look, Slavic enough, and there you go.
Where is guilty of treason and shall suffer or shall be imprisoned not less than 5 years and fined under this title, but not less than $10,000, and shall be incapable of holding any office under the United States. I, Anthony Edward Dubus, the proper case trade name, not the all caps legal entity of which you're attempting to administer the trust of, am an American state national, a Kansas state national per 8 USC 1101, subsection 21, and is recognized by the Kansas Human Rights Commission as I have dealings with them going over.
He invoking the Kansas Human Rights Commission. It's over now.
My nationality in regards to a corporation in which I have a complaint filed against has already been refused mediation by the company and is being investigated by Barbara Carper, the special investigator of Kansas Human Rights Commission, over my case specifically. And if you're attempting to move this case against myself, you are in violation of executing law rather than just judging on it, which if I
in SovCits legalese, you can't do your job because that would be your job, because that would be practicing law according to my arbitrary stuff, because I've decided that a judge doing their job is practicing law because I'm stupid. Signed, Mr. DeBus over here.
need to pull up that statute
Sir, do you,
case as well.
sir, do you still have the same phone number you had posted up
She's like, yeah, do you have the same number?
on your bond that you have with AAA Butler County Bail Bonds? Is that still your current phone number?
My honor, Mrs.
316-252?
My honor, Webster, it is, you may call me either Anthony Dubus or Anthony Edward Dubus. I do not accept the term sir. Although,
Very well.
yes,
Let's just throw honorifics out the goddamn window. It's only a matter of polite parliamentary procedure, or or an element of the legacy of that we inherited into our justice system. And it is quite the thing in this context to be treated such a way with such civility that you really don't deserve, dude. So I mean, she should just say, "All right, dumbass."
My phone number
Maisie she hadn't threatened to hold him in contempt yet.
is still the same at 316-252-9724.
Right. And is your address, okay. This is my phone locked.
And yep, my honor. He is most definitely saying that repeatedly for some stupid reason.
And Mr. Dubois, is your address still homeless, or do you have something more specific at this time?
See, they refuse to put down my address. I am within Wichita, Kansas, rural free delivery within the 4-corner rule 67202, aka the brackets around 67202. And they refused to put down my rural free delivery address and put me as homeless instead because they could not accept it. They refused. Also, Deputy Khalid Barakay, when I was taken to Butler County Detention Center, refused that there were any magistrates at all within any of the courts, which per due process of common law, I was to be taken before a magistrate tribunal, both judicial, either Article 3 or 4, in front of a magistrate judge to decide whether there's even within the jurisdiction to be tried for these charges or commercial crimes.
Your next court
Commercial crimes
date will be 2 weeks from Monday. What do you have, Ashley? 2 weeks from this past Monday. What is it?
I believe that is going to be Monday, the 18th.
All right, Mr. Dubois, your next court date is December 18th at 8 a.m. by Zoom. You can always appear in the courthouse personally if you like. I am appointing Attorney Darren Patterson. Now, if you don't want to use him,
I do not accept any appointment of any attorney.
But I show that you don't have a specific residence. Do you have a job, employment?
I did, and then these actions against myself from the state of Kansas caused me not to have it anymore. In process of finding another one, putting in applications every day and making sure I do my due diligence to make sure that I can gain my compensation and my livable wage.
Well, your attorney is Darren Patterson. His number is 316-322-7700. Ashley,
do not harass the attorney. It is not the attorney's fault they get saddled up with morons like this.
Please send him Mr. Patterson, the appointment and the court date. I want you two to talk. If he can be of any service to you, I would encourage you to let him do so. If you have any questions or if you want him to help you with any motions, he can advise you on that. But I think at this point, there is a lot of confusion on your part about
there's no confusion.
And how it works. Did you
I've
go to
researched
law school,
more than
Mr. Dubois? Did you go to law school? Are you a licensed attorney?
it is Anthony Dubois or Anthony Edward Dubois. No, I am not a licensed practice attorney.
Then Anthony Edward Dubois, I suggest you shut the goddamn hell up, you fucking moron.
Although that does not stop the common law right of anybody practicing law for themselves, or not practicing, as that is the commercial term, enacting law and being in court for themselves, on behalf of themselves, and to have any form of counsel.
We do have finally a point we agree on, that you don't have to have counsel. But I want Mr. Patterson available to you because you have, in this court's opinion, mixed federal law and state law and other sources of law that don't
My
all
Honor.
go together.
May
And
I
I just want
elaborate?
him to be available to you. I think we have exhausted this particular hearing, the purpose of which is merely to make sure you know what the charges are, the possible penalties, and your rights that I have gone over with you, including your right to counsel, which I'm hearing you say you don't wish to utilize. But nevertheless, I'm going to direct Mr. Patterson to at least be available to you, that you be here again December 18th at 8 a.m. by Zoom, and I'm going to continue your bond until that date and time. So anything else, Mr. Anthony Edward Dubois, please take that up. Thank you.
So, defending yourself in court. Legally, you are totally able to. That is a right. You can defend yourself. The problem is that the system is so standardized, so mechanical, so methodological in so great many ways to protect everyone involved, to protect the defendant's interest as much as the plaintiffs and vice versa. For both parties doing their jobs, is so procedural that it takes intense training. Hence, being a lawyer, as you know, scummy as some of them can be, let's not get beat around the bush. Fucking vultures. There's a lot of stuff that goes with that. A lot of training that goes in, a lot of expensive training, hence them costing a lot. But it's a very skilled profession. Nothing prevents someone from successfully representing themselves. It's not like you have to have the training to do it. But it's kind of like saying anybody can defuse a bomb. Technically, yes, someone could make all the right choices just on a hunch. But it's not very likely. They're gonna fuck something up. And it's gonna bite them in the ass. And that's the same thing here. Does it ever work? I am certain there are situations where a pro se defense has worked, but this would be a case where any competent lawyer would have resulted in equal dismissal of the case by virtue of it being so obvious upon looking at the actual facts that the case is bullshit. So, as a pro se defendant, ever done something that a actual lawyer would not have been able to do? Very unlikely.
Please take that up at the next hearing. Time to talk to Mr. Patterson.
Okay, my last final thing I want to say is I'm already filing Kansas Commission on Judicial Conduct complaint against a judge, and that would be the prior judge, Mr. Oh God, what's it, Mr. Lee, I believe, and I will be adding you to the complaint as well.
You're mean to me. I don't like you.
As you are violating my due process right and my Sixth Amendment.
You're welcome to do that, sir, if you want, but at this time, this hearing is adjourned.
Okay, and I also want to mention that Mr. Regier has not moved this case against myself, and that the witness, firsthand witness that needs to be present to move this case against myself is not present.
Your
And is a
arguments,
violation of my Sixth Amendment. I yield.
your arguments are noted, and we are in recess. You are excused at this time, Mr. Anthony Edward Dubois.
Dubois, thank you, my honor.
I will get it, Dubois.
You're fine. And
let us note again the extreme civility of the judge here in wanting to get that correct. The human to human level of just being decent to them, even if they have to be extremely firm otherwise.
Reference to the family of which you are probably familiar with.
Yes.
I am the only person actually being within common law. They
Joe, keep reminding me to get on that. We will.
Subject themselves as citizens, of which I'm not. And that is probably where the...
I didn't want to click that.
People say to stop.
We already watched this one. Ah! All right, I'm going to maximize myself. I love when they say they're not a citizen, because when that happens, I feel like there should immediately be like, oh, okay, let's get, major officials in. Let's give ICE something to actually waste time on. It's like, sir, we've determined you are a citizen. Now, if you wish to renounce that citizenship, that's cool, but you should immediately be hit with stuff. I mean, these are the people I should be going after. You just say you're not a citizen? Okay, well, there you go. What the hell are you doing here? Get the fuck out of the country. That gives us more room for the people who actually want to be citizens. Be they born here or otherwise. So, we might want to end with a true classic, certified hood classic, as they say. Yes. Let me remember how YouTube works and go to my favorites. Oh, it's gonna start playing. Nope. Nope. Stop. There we go. We're gonna stop that right there. It's like YouTube does not care. Sit demands neutral judge. Okay, so it was that one. All right, so we're not gonna go for that one. We're instead gonna go for spoiler if y'all already. God damn it! Stop playing. Fucking video. God, they're dying. To be fair, it is using. You have to use that to do the streams, and Chrome fucking sucks. Just full stop. There we go. We're gonna watch this absolute classic to finish off things. So let's get to it.
David Hall.
Mr. Hall has declined the services of the public defender, Your Honor.
Mr. Hall, DUI, expired driver's license.
Good morning, Judge. Judge, I need to say how I'm appearing today, sir.
To play us out? What does that mean? Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks. Fuck it. We'll do it.
Hold on, wait. Let me finish. Hold on.
Yeah, it's just silent for that whole section. I mean, you get the nice little just analog noise.
All right. Hold on, Mr. Hall. Sir, you've been charged with DUI, expired tag, attaching a plate not assigned, license suspended, failed to drive in a single lane.
Yeah, Zoomy, I actually had to look back. I think you were the one who shared this in Discord when I brought it up a few months back. I had to go back and pull it up and add it to my favorites to make sure that I'd be able to play it today.
Just give me a moment, sir. Let me look at your driving record. Okay?
Sir, I haven't said for the court how I'm appearing today,
Well,
sir.
I'm not asking you yet. Just give me a moment, all right? I need to look at your record. Okay, I'm looking here. Failure to pay traffic tickets back 2011. Open container out. Okay. All right, sir. Hold on. Does this gentleman...
And I love how it's just the back room is just full of fucking people. It's just like, damn.
David Hall, does he...
Whole damn group of people gonna feel a whole lot smarter by the time this interaction is done.
Have any criminal record?
Yes, Judge, and he also has pending felony DWLSs in front of...
Okay, what's the pending felony DWLS?
Use on... Okay, there's a few. 1 second.
I believe that's driving with license suspended. So felony driving with license suspended. The shit's insane. How do you fuck up that bad in life?
I'll give you a moment to talk in just a moment, sir. Hold on, Mr. Hall.
The pending felony is 14016-582 CF10A.
Okay.
He also has pending misdemeanor DWLSs in front
What is that? What are they?
Judge Evans. Case number 14...
Wait, 14 what?
053909 TC30A.
TC30A, okay.
And that's it.
That's it?
And you, a criminal history, obviously.
Okay. Now, Mr. Hall, so would you wanted to say something?
Yes, may I speak, Judge?
Well, don't tell me about what happened or did not happen regarding the DUI, but if you want to tell me about something
I'd like
else,
to state some things.
Go ahead.
I'd like to state some things for the record. Thank you, Judge. Judge John Hurley, I do accept your oath of office here today for the record, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I do accept your oath of office. And he has to respond with a thank you. It's like, okay, I mean, don't know what the point is. Thank you. Let's continue.
Thank you. Does this court take judicial notice of your oath, sir? With all due respect.
Let me see.
I love it. He's thinking through. It's like, hang on, I can't drink my water. I got to think this through.
I take judicial notice of my own oath. Yes, sir, I do.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
See, just the chicken and egg thing. It's kind of like the opposite of the court deciding to dismiss the case because the court doesn't have jurisdiction to decide on the case. And it's like, oh, okay, I guess I recognize my own oath, yeah. But I have to recognize my oath to recognize my oath, so I don't know.
Sir, today I'm appearing as the agent and settler for David Hall.
Okay. Could you get Mr. Hall for me then, sir? Where is...
If you hadn't seen this one, it's great.
Is he?
I go by that name, sir. My name sounds exactly like the defendant's, and I'm here to settle that matter today.
So are you
mad that your name sounds like his?
And David Hall?
Why are you the one who got arrested?
Hall, one and the same person?
I'm not a person, I'm an individual. David Hall is a person. Okay. I am the agent to that name. Are you and
David Hall one and the same individual?
I go by the name David Hall, sir, and I'm here about that matter today.
Okay. So you go by the name David Hall. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. The person who goes by the name of David Hall is standing in front of
I'm the individual. I am an individual, not a person.
You're not a person.
Yes, sir. David Hall is a person. I'm a private individual. David Hall is a person under color of law, sir.
Okay.
There we go. Scratch color of law off your bingo cards.
Where's David Hall then? The person David Hall.
Exists on paper, sir. David Hall is a corporation.
Y'all got the corporate fiction you're asking for.
This action is under color of law, sir, and I do understand that. I am here in my real...
Note the use of understand. What he means is I am under corporate law. I stand under it in SovCit lingo.
Capacity as the private individual for that name. Okay, and I'm here about that matter.
Yeah, exactly. My name sounds just like Cadiz, but I am the agent that represents the corporate entity, Cadiz.
And I'm happy to
You're
settle
the private individual, David Hall.
I'm the settler, sir.
You're the settler, David Hall.
So, wait. Do you get double movement from most early game units, and I can use you to, depending on the stage of the game, in which game I'm playing a civilization, improve tiles and or found new cities? I don't know, man. I mean, that civilization game series joke sounded better in my head. I apologize.
And the settler too, David Hall, sir.
Are you the private individual, David Hall?
Yes.
Good. Okay, we got that straight. We agree on that. Okay, now.
And this is in the early days of the SovCit thing. This is back before judges fully knew how to take care of this stuff. So he's just trying to get the correct answers out of dude.
David
Hall,
I, sir?
David
Hall, the private individual. I'm looking at your driving record right now. Multiple failures to pay traffic tickets for the individual, David Hall, not the person. But, sir, what I'm going to do...
Can you clarify, sir? I'm not sure I understand that, but I'm happy to settle this matter right now if somebody will make presentments. Nobody has made presentment, and I've asked numerous times, and for the record...
When you say presentment, what do you mean by presentment?
Presentment of the charging instrument for set-off and settlement, sir. I am the settler.
I just told you what it is. I told you what your I told you what the The individual,
Presentment,
David Hall did.
Judge,
Yes, sir.
I will require somebody to make me a presentment of the charging instrument on paper so that I may settle that matter. I'm here as settler, and I'm happy to settle this charge
We're not
right now.
We're not settling. Today's not the day to settle matters.
And again, another SovCit who thinks I'm just going to take the first court appearance as the one where I try to settle everything.
For these kind of charges, all right? We don't settle them today, all right?
May I say something else for the record, sir?
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you. I am secured party under a UCC filing at the Secretary of State 201-308-717-006.
Okay.
I am secured party to David Hall on the record and through a filing at the Secretary of State, sir. I appear here today as the settler agent, not the person, but the individual. And I don't think I should you understand the difference between a person and an individual.
You know, something I don't get is this idea that they, as whatever they wish to call themselves, as the non-corporate fiction, as the living person, can commit violations of law and not be punished for that. But of course, they think the law only applies to the corporate fiction. But how the fuck is a corporate fiction going to drive a car? How does that work? And also, they say the driving, not traveling thing. I'm just using that as an example. So does that mean that under conditions, the laws do apply to them, but not under others? It makes no sense. And of course, I know that's by design for it to not make any sense, because it's always a case of whatever special pleading will cause them to win. But it's just like, come on.
The individual, but you're not the person. Is that correct?
Correct. Correct.
I'm going to write that down. Settler. Agent. An individual. But you're not the person. Got it. I think, I remember, I think it was last week you told me this too. And I was a little uncertain, but it's all become very clear now. Now, okay, the settler, the
Translation, you're fucking crazy.
agent, the individual, but he's not the person. Okay, so does the settler, the agent, the individual have any money in the bank?
Yes.
Okay, how much money does the settler, the agent, the individual have in the bank?
I'm not certain at this time, sir.
Okay.
Only that I will give it an affirmative that there is money in a bank account.
Okay. And how long has the settler, the agent, and the individual lived in Broward County?
25 years, sir.
Okay, does the settler, agent, individual own any property in Broward County other than personal effects?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, does the person own any property or have any money in the bank? If you know.
In conjunction with myself, sir. In conjunction with myself, we both have. Yes, I'm the agent for that account also.
Okay, got it. Okay, so now. Okay, now. Here's what we're going to do. The settler, the agent, the individual, and maybe even the person, David Hall, has been charged with DUI. DUI while the settler, the agent, and even the person, David Hall, was out on bond on 2 cases, 1 felony and 1 misdemeanor, for license suspended. So the court believes that the settler, the agent, the individual, and even the person, David Hall, represents a danger to the community because the settler, the agent, the individual, and even the person.
It's just one of the greatest clips because he just totally plays the game.
Person continues to drive without a valid driver's license, in fact, a suspended driver's license in the state of Florida. And so, that being said, the court is going to...
May I make a correction, sir?
Go ahead, sir.
Yes, I'm traveling. You said that...
Traveling.
Said that you used the term driving, and I was traveling, sir. Traveling.
Okay. All right. So the settler, the agent, the individual, or the person, David Hall, for traveling on a public highway or public road in the state of Florida, was allegedly doing so without a valid driver's license and has done it several times in the past. So today...
This is alleged, sir?
Yes, sir, it is alleged.
Allegedly?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
So today, the court's going to set your the settler, the agent, the individual's bond, and even the person's bond today on count 4 at $10,000 because the settler, the agent, the individual, and the person has not stopped driving, even though the settler, the agent, the individual, and the person continues to drive without a driver's license. So, that being said, count 1 is $500, count 4 is $10,000, and the court will revoke the bond for the settler, the agent, the individual, and even the person of David Hall on 14-016-582 CF10.
He's just getting it handed to him.
And 14-05-3909 TC30A. Both cases will cause the settler, the agent, the individual, and even the person, David Hall, not to be able to be released from the Broward County Jail until further notice of the court. So,
may I post bond, sir?
Well,
is there any other?
Are you asking me as the settler, the agent, the individual, or are you asking me as the person?
Which way are you asking me, buddy? Because I need to know.
Sir, I'm asking as the individual appearing before you today about this matter.
Well, the individual, the settler, the agent, the individual, or the person can post the bond. However, the settler, the agent, or the individual, David Hall, will not be released in any event because this court is revoking the bond on a felony.
You can pay it, but it's not going to matter.
Case in a misdemeanor case on the settler, the agent, the individual, and the person, David Hall.
Where is my remedy, sir?
Well, whose remedy are you asking
Where's my remedy?
for? The settler, the agent, the individual, or the person?
I'm asking for the opportunity.
Who are you speaking on behalf of right now?
Sir, I don't understand that question. I believe that you're trying to confuse me now.
No, I'm not.
I'm simply separating myself from the person. They are two different entities, and I know that.
The court is not viewing you as two different people. The court is viewing you as
why
one
not,
entity
sir?
for the purpose of these cases.
Then what entity are you referring to me as?
I'm
because
referring to
me as
the David Hall, who's the settler, the agent, the individual, and the person.
I'm not the person, sir.
Okay, when
I am
you
not
see the person, David Hall, tell him he's not leaving jail either, all right?
And there it is. When you see the person, tell him he's not getting out either.
Sir.
And then the comments from the guy afterwards, from the person taking him away, is just...
Sir, then may I ask what my remedy is? Can you provide me a remedy so that
the
I may...
remedy is, you don't really have a remedy. Well, you
remedy is, you don't really have one.
You could appeal it to the 4th District Court of Appeal.
How long am I going to be held, sir? I would like to settle this matter.
Tells you can be released.
I would like to settle this matter, sir.
We're not going to settle it today.
Then I'm being denied for the record, I'm being denied my remedy.
What do you think your remedy is?
My remedy is being denied. For the record, I am the real individual, and this action is under color of law, and I don't understand this color of law action.
Okay. Well, have a nice day. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you,
sir. Come on. Down the middle. Let's roll. It's over.
Down the middle. Let's roll. It's over. Oh, I love it.
All right. Sorry about that, Mr. Miller.
Your Honor, I was expecting it, so I was well prepared.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I don't think there's actually much of anything else to this except them kind of chit-chatting with it. Yeah, let's roll. It's over. I mean, I feel like that's going to become a meme for us going forward. All right. Wow, that was a bit of a marathon stream. Hope y'all enjoyed. I mean, it was definitely a fun one. I feel like I'm tired. need to eat, need to prepare something that resembles dinner, and just let the day kind of end. So, yeah, as always, y'all are fucking awesome. Much love, and I'll catch everyone next time.